One.
Good morning.
Uh,
Welcome
Morning.
into the show. It is a beautiful Sunday morning. It's cold but beautiful. And yeah, we're gonna have a good time talking about all kinds of stuff. Somebody sent me a link last night for a Facebook article having to do with the national wait, no, National Organization for Atmospheric and something.
The ocean thing, yeah.
Yeah, oceanic and atmospheric. That's right. So yeah, there's a big hubbub going on there. Yay!
in there
Yep.
always.
And
800 people got fired. Who
Oh,
knew?
that's pretty much it. Yeah, they're complaining because a whole bunch of people lost their job, and then the weatherman who was complaining about it that somebody, well, Lori sent me, um, was crying because people were in the chat on his post saying, "Well, just do like Jen Psaki said. Go find jobs in green energy."
That's the best joke I've heard all year.
Yeah,
Well, no, she actually said that though.
I know.
when she killed the Keystone Pipeline, she said that to him. Told him,
But the
Yep.
no.
stupid bitch doesn't realize there are no jobs in green energy.
Good morning, Ann. How you doing? Ann is in the house from up in Canada. I know if it's cold here, it's got to be very cold up in Canada. Good morning, Cass. What do you got, puppy? Tell us
Canada, eh?
what you have.
Mm.
What is that? No, bring it back. Bring it. That better not be a frozen turd, you little asshole.
It is.
It looks
Adam Sandler would call that a
Stop,
poopsicle.
Brady. I'm right here.
where in the hell is my grabber?
I love you, buddy. I do. I do. Ugh.
Mm.
It is a frozen hairball. Thankfully, it's not a turd, but frozen hairball is just as bad.
Oh, it looks like a
Or at least
turd.
it looks as bad.
Yeah, yeah. Well, at least it's frozen and it's not like wet and slimy. Yeah.
Right.
Why'd I have to even
Come
say
on,
that?
Brady. Right here.
Everybody's probably thinking the same way. Why'd you have to say that, you asshole?
Well, I finally got set up with another company to come out here and do some cleaning around my house.
Nice.
Let's just say they're in for a treat when they finally get here tomorrow.
Yen said minus 17 Fahrenheit last night and supposed to be minus 7 today.
Why, or a treat. Is it nasty over there?
There's hairballs and throw up all over the front of the house that I hadn't been able to clean for probably the past 6 months.
Oops.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it's not one of them $17 a day places.
They're paying their people about 16 an hour. They also said they hire friends and family um, to be the caregiver.
Yeah,
I'll have to
that's
talk
good.
with a buddy of mine. He might be interested in that, but I think he makes more at FedEx, so it wouldn't make much sense for him to, have a day off from FedEx to come over here and do what I need him to do.
Yeah. Yen
So it
said
just
still
depends on
wanted,
when his off days are.
Pretty cool.
Yen said
But
still wanted to say thank you for putting up with me and helping me this week to everyone. What we do.
Yeah.
We all have our issues,
Free.
man. Myself included.
Yeah.
And we're here to help each other and work through things. And some days are definitely going to be better than others. But
This is true.
as long as you keep an open mind and
Oh, my
don't
hair's
shut
like
down lines of communication, we'll be good.
I got a piece of hair, like baby hair, that's like, see it?
It's like I went out. I went out. Sweet
I had
pea
to
looks
wet
like she
down
wants.
this side of my head twice this morning.
Sweet pea looks like she wants to dominate the world.
Yeah. Don't they all though? At times.
At times, but
What
Tangerine
do you
since
want to
this
do today,
time,
Brain?
the
Take
same
over
thing
the
we do
world.
every day, Brain or Pinky.
Same thing we do
Try
every
to
day.
take over
Try and take over the world.
Pinky. Pinky and the brain, brain.
That
Kind
was
of
a
pissed
good
me off.
show.
It was until they decided to politicize it with when they came out with it back in 2 years ago, I think it was.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, they acted stupid with it. Trump derangement hit the cartoon scene too.
Well, apparently there's an episode of Tom and Jerry out there. They pissed off the creators by canceling it, so they basically did, joint suicide between Tom and Jerry.
Oh my.
I'm not going to watch it,
Yeah, screw that.
but I guess that's one way to handle getting pissed off at the uppers.
Yeah.
Better than doing it to them or yourself.
Oh, well, yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I can understand it would be difficult. You have one of the best shows, best cartoons out there, and
Well, and it went
yeah,
on for a long while, too.
well, I mean, they're still coming off with spin-offs of it,
Oh, yeah.
but I think wasn't Mighty Mouse a spin-off of Tom and Jerry, or was it the other way around?
I don't know.
Because I know that like the Speedy Gonzales.
That was always my favorite.
Andale, arriba.
Yeah.
And says, I am always open-minded, but isn't always dealing with family feeling been out to lunch for the past 5 years. Yeah, family can do that sometimes. Whether they're trying to or not, sometimes they just get busy. Other times they make a concerted effort to try and ram a stick up your ass.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all in figuring out who's doing which action, and sometimes you have to. Sometimes if it's somebody who's really busy, sometimes you have to
Brady.
call them extra, or work out a time that works for them. Even if it's inconvenient for your schedule, if you really want to see the person, you can do that. Now, if it's somebody who's trying to hurt you as a family member, I say, I would say talk with them, find out where they're coming from, or at least try. And if you can't resolve it, then walk away. Just cut ties and say, you're not worth my help. It might help if I'd share some damn links.
Hey, you might want to
Moron.
Ah, shit. I'll do it.
Not all pretty.
So I got Dad. We got Dad a new phone, right? And all of our phones are connected to my Google account. That way, if something happens, I can actually easily go in, I can fix it from pretty much anywhere, and not have to worry about it.
Right.
Well, Dad found the whole thing with oh, look, I can hit the microphone and tell YouTube what I want to watch. Great. Not a problem. Well, we have a problem. Dad also figured out how to make it play on my TV and screw up what I'm trying to watch. So I yelled to him last night. I said, "Are you watching YouTube?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, you're messing with my TV." He said, "Well, come show me how to fix it instead of yelling at me." I said, "I wasn't yelling at you, Dad. I said I was just letting you know what's going on." I said, "I know you don't understand how this stuff works very well." And yeah, Katie went over and showed him how not to connect it to the TV, which he'll do it anyway when he wants to aggravate me.
Yeah.
But I still get his search history, which I really don't want his search history.
That
You
bad,
guys
huh?
got water now.
Well,
I got every single one of them. Brady, Skittles, Simba, looking at me over this.
All right.
That's okay.
Oh, they're going to be in for a hell of a ride on Tuesday when I bring them over to the apartment.
Well,
Should have seen mine when I put him in the kennel for to take him up there to get fixed.
Oh no, these
Mama
guys are
Cat
going
was
on
not
an hour and a
happy.
half drive.
Yeah, that'll do it too.
Yeah, they have never been on an hour and a half drive with me and into a new place that they have no idea what the fuck is going to happen. Yeah.
They'll figure it out. Usually do.
Yep.
Casper's after me for his little whatever the heck it was he was throwing around. He goes,
They
"What is
just
it?"
asked for body. That was another good cartoon movie.
The Family Guy's version of Blue Harvest or whatever it was from Star Wars.
No, Cars
Where
from Pixar. Back when Pixar was still Pixar.
Yeah. But yeah, my favorite part of the Family Guy Star Wars series was when they reattached Chris's hand with a mechanical hand.
Yeah.
Going like seriously, don't never use that hand to jerk off. You'll rip your dick off.
Yeah. It's not what it looks like. Okay, it's exactly what it looks like. That's a different episode, but still. Yeah, I did like some of the Star Wars stuff, though. That was kind of funny.
Petarded.
Okay.
Petarded's my favorite Family Guy episode. Where he's at the restaurant and they're making him wear the water wings for soup.
Oh, shit.
But that's not the best part. The reason I like it the most is he's like, "I'm having the worst week ever." And then it takes on to this Japanese guy getting out of his car, and you hear this whistle like a bomb coming down, and he looks up and he goes, "Oh my God." And a baboon lands on him and starts ripping his hair out.
Oh, my God.
I was not expecting that. Not expecting the baboon part, you know?
Yeah. Baboons are vicious.
They are. Or chimps. Chimps will rip your face off. Just ask that lady.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't she dead now?
No. Her friend's dead.
Oh.
She got lucky, and it only ripped her face off. I mean, I shouldn't say she got lucky. I mean, it still sucks.
Well, then yeah,
At least
well,
she's
she did
alive.
get lucky. I mean, you're technically all right. Her friend did. Her friend did. Ugh. I sound so fucked up saying that. Oh well.
That is what it
Yeah,
is.
we're all grown up here.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Are you sure
And I
about
kept
that?
saying,
You're supposed to be anyway.
"Shut up! You're not my dad."
Katie would probably tell you it's a good thing I'm not your dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she would.
Some days Katie doesn't even want me as her dad. Check flash foods, it won't come up for me. Why do you have such a hard time with flash foods, buddy?
Sorry, the fucking light.
What the hell, computer? Oh, come on. Thank you.
Is it not replicating that
I
pretty
typed the
hot
damn address
video?
3 times. It kept exiting the field for some reason.
That's weird.
It was weird. All right, I'm gonna switch to my computer.
Oh, Katie.
Right.
So now you can go to Giant, and instead of having to buy all the individual components for your smoothie and mixing it up at home,
Yeah.
you can buy them all pre-mixed. Well, not pre-mixed, but all the ingredients all together. See?
Oh, nice.
And normally it's $4.99 plus tax. Well, no, not tax. Wait, is that a? Would that be a prepared food? I wonder. But they have them on sale for $1.79.
Oh,
On flashy
nice.
foods.
Oh, I found out. I did a little search on Maps last night, and guess what? I am right next door to Petco.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I could literally walk there to get the cat litter, and because I've got like 2 flights of stairs, I'm on the 3rd floor, so I've got 2 flights. Yeah. So I want to be getting the 17-pound one. I want to get one at a time.
Well, have you looked into the lightweight cat litter?
Yes.
Have you tried that?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. That's not too horrible, I found.
I tried.
It's 17 pounds. It's not like it's a 27-pounder. That one I can't do.
I tried some of that lightweights. The one that's supposed to clump up in a ball.
Yeah.
Cat started pooping by the back door instead of pooping in the litter box. They didn't like it.
Yeah. I did the tidy cat one, and it stunk up my apartment. Like, even though I cleaned it every single freaking day. Well, not every day at that time, but just like every other day, it still stunk.
Yeah.
And with this certain litter, I've got Arm & Hammer, and I literally had somebody tell me they didn't even know I had cats in the house.
Wow, that's good.
And I clean out the litter box 2 times a week.
I'm trying to get Katie into the habit of if every time she goes past it, if she looks in and sees something, just take it out. I said that'll make your job so much easier before you go to bed. It'll take you like a whole 2 minutes to clean it out and put a little bit of fresh in at that point. All right, what else? Let's check out E-Town's flashy foods. Today, Junior.
Today, but I don't want to.
All right. There's
I'm
Protein, Almond Joy, King.
coloring Chucks.
Nice.
You know the shoes Chucks, Chuck Taylors?
Converse.
Yeah.
Hershey's
Coloring
Cookies.
it in.
And apparently that's all they got. 4 things on there. You know who usually has the best deals?
Your
Stores
face.
in the inner city. Well, my face is always on sale. Rock bottom prices. Because it looks like I've been drugged across the freaking rock bottom of the ocean. Fred!
What's up?
Hey,
Hi,
Fred.
Fred. Yay, we
What's
get
going
happy
on?
time.
Yay.
Lidditz Pike has all kinds of good stuff. They got I round thin slice 8-pack of steaks for $4.51. I got a big ass T-bone for $7 and oh nope, somebody
No,
there.
that's not going to work.
$7.90 for a T-bone. What's the weight on that daggone thing?
Tuesday is the move, Fred.
Sorry.
I said Tuesday is the move, and I just realized it's going to be raining, and the cats are not going to like that.
Well, leave them there then.
I like that. So what's going on, Mr. Fred?
Let's do about 34.
Yeah.
All right.
You were close to here, or did you make it up to Ohio?
No, I'm in Hershey.
You're in Hershey?
Yeah.
How much longer?
Till sometime tonight.
Well, you want to go get dinner?
I'm over here on 81 TA. In that Hershey? Or that Lebanon?
You're in Lebanon, then.
Well, it says Harrisburg on my GPS.
You should be up. Are you up by Hollywood Casino, Grantville?
No. I'm over on I-81.
Yeah, 81 goes right up past Grantville.
I don't know. I'm over on 81 at the TA.
Alright, hold on. Let me go to my maps. I think there's only like 2 TAs in this whole part of the state.
I'm
like
above
TA.
Carla. It says Harrisburg. There's a Carl Perkins and a Flying J across the way from me.
You're on Lingostown Road then.
Okay, whatever you say. Yeah. Exit 77.
38 minutes. That's nothing.
I thought you were way back on the other side over there.
Huh.
Ugh.
I'm only 25 minutes below Hershey.
Oh, okay.
I used to hang out in Colonial Park all the time. My uncle
I have no idea where that's at.
lived there. 15 minutes west of you right now, where you're at.
They got Shrek style writing on this website.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. That's funny.
I don't know who the little shit is that's climbing up my chair, but you need to stop.
They said, fuck you, I'm still going to do it, bitch.
Ann said, "Good morning, Fred."
Morning.
She said she called her mom twice and
Oh,
wasn't
yay.
she was dealing with a lot of anger. Asked her who were at the obit, and it was like she didn't get to see it yet, sadly. I can imagine it's definitely a difficult time.
That's what I say, Fred.
I'm telling you.
I took yesterday off. Well, I had a migraine, so I kind of had to from packing. The only thing I have left is my closet to do.
Okay, message sent to Mom. What's your location, Fred? We'll see what she comes back with. But, anybody here like sriracha?
Not too
Truck
much.
yeah.
They've got a big old container of it here. It's actually sriracha aioli for $2.49.
Hey, if you get it, I'll pay her the shipping. Well, I'll pay for however much you pay for it in the shipping. To be fair.
What's the Reservoir Street one? Yeah. Reservoir Street has the best deals because it seems like people in the city can't afford to buy meats. I hate to say it, sound like that, but well, apparently they can buy meats. The first week yesterday, they all got paid. That's why.
Ah.
Hi, Cassie. Cassie said, "Good morning, everybody. Beef stew is on for 6 hours. I'm going to make coffee." You're backwards from me. I make the coffee first, and then I do everything else. All right, let's see if this screen share works. We're gonna go play with some fonts.
Ugh. I can't find one I like.
There's a lot there.
I finally find something I think I can work with, and then I type it in to see what it looks like, and it looks like garbage.
All right, I need you
That's how
to
it
let me
works.
know if you can see it.
I don't know. Every time I play with it, her husband shows up and I get in trouble.
We'll just jump out the
Trying a
window.
new. Damn, Fred. Trying a new energy drink. It's Ghost energy drink.
What do you think?
It's trying to be like the
It's good.
what the hell was his name?
I like it. I mean, so far so good on the heart fluttering. I don't feel it.
Is it mind numbing first? It's gonna numb the mind, and then so you don't feel the heart murmur.
I guess. I don't know.
And it says here it has a Foodland and all sale items normally gone on the first day. That's rough.
Sounds like
Screen changing.
Russia during USSR times when they had to sit and wait in below poverty.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. Okay.
Good morning, Thomas. What's up, buddy?
Hi, Thomas.
Okay, so
Here.
that's not going to share my screen. Damn it.
Try that one on for size. Tell me what you think. I'll put it in the private chat.
Give me a second here.
What are we trying to font?
We're just playing with it. Trying to,
you want to elaborate on that a little bit?
Something for
They're playing with the font.
For
With
what?
the different fonts.
I want to do one for the chatting with Sasquatch.
Oh.
To use the etcher to do some stuff with.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you said. Oh, okay. I'll put the. Hold on. Put the wrong text in there then.
Oh wait, that can't go there, dumbass.
Yeah, dumbass.
Right?
Oh,
At
never
least I
mind.
admit it.
This time you
Okay.
did.
Ignore that link. I must start over.
I
just
popped my
typed.
neck and it actually felt good.
Oh, good.
Ooh.
I was like in a spot that hurt, like that was hurting. So I
Mm.
was like, ooh.
Mm. Shut up, Fred.
Try this one.
Are we gonna quote John Mellencamp? It's so good.
I'm just a gigolo everywhere I go.
Oh my. Now, honestly, my favorite font type on there is Dragonwick. I think it's Dragonwick. No, I'm sorry, Black Chancery. Dragonwick's a close second. So, let's do this. Do we want to do chatting with Sasquatch or chatting with Sasquatch?
Chatting.
2-liter bottles of pop. Tried putting up the $4.99 a bottle, but had to reduce to $3.69 this week to sell. Oof, that's rough, man.
You want one
Oh,
tea
did
or
you
two
see
teas in that chatting?
Two,
two?
two T's.
Okay.
Sorry, Chris. I already
You're fine.
knew that answer, but I fucking forgot what I was gonna say. I hope I remember. That was actually good information, I think. Because okay. RFK Jr. Or somebody was saying I think it was RFK Jr. was talking about getting all junk food and stuff like that out of basically not have that for the
School vending
food
machines.
stamps, the food stamps. Not let people get that. So they basically have to get healthy food now.
Should have been
I guess
already done.
I know, right? But now he's going to finally enforce it.
About time somebody did.
so. It looks like that. I just picked around. It's the color that came up. I didn't change the coloring. But I can also go in and make it a design inside there. Logo.
Starting with Sasquatch, Thomas said. What'd you say? Starting with Sasquatch?
Hey now,
No.
I see. I feel love now. Let's put some lightning inside there. I can't see it well enough to do that.
Brady, you're sleeping on my back. I don't want to say on top of me because we got a little Mr. Fred here that'll say something. Um.
No, I ain't saying shit. What you do in your personal time is your business. Just know there's laws against that in a lot of states.
Yeah.
I kind of like this one.
That's good.
It's got leaves in
With
it.
the camo. Oh, I thought it was camo. That's pretty cool.
Well, could be considered camo. I mean, you put leaves all over the top of yourself, you camouflage yourself in nature.
And he scared the
But
shit out of somebody. Roar! I'm Sasquatch.
I scare him enough as it is, without hiding and jumping out at him. Alright, let me go to this here I need. we are connected. So now I can upload my picture. I should upload my picture. Oh shit!
Picture.
Hold on. Can't do that yet.
I can't hold on anymore.
I forgot to make sure that was as big as I can make it.
That's what she said.
Y'all talk about
Takes.
me.
Tell me what you think about that one, Chris.
Okay.
I don't know, that's what she said.
It's a little short.
Oops.
Why?
What am I doing?
Why does it have a? Why does it look like it has a break in it?
Got going too fast.
You talking about what I sent you?
No.
Oh.
Your brother's just messing with you.
Oh, fair enough. I was in creative mode.
See, nobody pays attention to my dumb ass.
What?
I did.
You thought it was
I'm just kidding, Fred. I
Yeti.
love you.
Thank
You
you.
thought
I
it was
appreciate
Yeti,
it.
but it was actually to you.
Oh,
Hey, Fred, it's okay. No one pays attention to me either.
okay. As long as I ain't the only one.
Excuse me.
That's called a pardon.
Yeah,
That's Joe Biden's apartment.
right.
Joe Biden's favorite term.
I'm
He
not going to
pardons.
pardon my son. And pardons the son.
Well, it's not like there's any historical evidence of Joe Biden being a raging liar. It's not like he,
Well, somebody
plagiarized
thought
some
he was
college
smart, but
paper.
look how that came out.
All I know is if Hunter's the smartest person he knows, I think he needs to know a few more things.
Ooh, I kind of like that one. We'll save that one.
Well, if his other son was still alive, he would be saying his other son is the smartest man, not Hunter.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Hunter is
His
kind of
other
the
son.
second. The Hunter is kind of the second option of saying, "Oh yeah, he's smart." Well,
Bo
he's
actually
not.
was very smart, and Bo wasn't. As far as I know, Bo wasn't corrupt like Hunter and Joe either. Bo went after the corruption, from
Well,
what I
hell, their sister's
read.
sleeping with her, showering with her dad. The
Yeah.
whole family's fucked up.
Well, no, I'm not
Yeah,
saying
well, I
that.
don't think that's
That's a lie.
really what the sister wanted to do anyway. It's just she
No.
had to. She can't say no to her dad.
No, I could.
Okay, close this out because it's being a peckerhead again.
Would you call me?
Well, if you want to be a peckerhead today, that's up to you.
I'd kick his ass.
I don't think Yeti can get his leg that high.
Not anymore, anyway. I used to be able to.
Restarting the machine. Well, program
Break it.
anyway. It's being a butthead and won't upload the picture I want to upload. Okay, we are connected. Upload successful. All right.
If that's too loud, y'all tell me.
You're good with me.
Yeah,
You might
good.
make people
Thank you.
hungry, but
Okay. Since Cora's not here, I figured I'd be the one.
Fair enough. Bacon.
no. Stop. You dumbass, you didn't put paper in.
Hey, you didn't put paper in.
Good job, dumbass.
You're the dumbass.
Are you stupid or are you just ignorant? I'm stupid.
Both.
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
Yeah.
We'll use this one.
Shit.
Yeti, do you know what movie that was from?
Which one?
What he just quoted?
Oh,
I
no.
love that movie.
Cool World.
No, it wasn't. It was Roger Rabbit.
Oh, what?
Oh, that explains. I hadn't watched that since I was a kid. I need
Why
to
did I
watch
think
it
it
again.
was? Why did I think it
No,
was Cool
they were
World?
talking about because Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah,
Because I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
I remember that.
Huh. Well, I was wrong.
Oh my God! Don't let it happen again.
Yeah, we'll forgive you this time.
Whoa, hey, whoa. What are you doing, Mr. Tange? Yes, I missed you too, Bubby.
Cats are funny.
Fred, we need to just jump on the bikes and ride. Would love to ride the Alcon Highway. That's what Thomas said.
Oh,
Ann said, I'm hoping this week to get people to drive 20 minutes to the next town to see what dollar stores look like. I needed to get flowers to do for my dad, and yeah. Well, hopefully you can
I'm
get a ride.
I'm ready to get my bike out.
It'll be interesting to see if I will be allowed to do the flowers since my brother's son has more funds and thinks he is better and sadly didn't help his father with anything.
it's unfortunate.
Unfortunately, a lot of kids grow up not helping their parents like they should. Alright, let's see how this turns out, y'all.
What are you carving on?
Just a piece of blue construction paper. Should turn
Ugh.
out pretty nice, I think. It's almost the same blue that was in the background in the actual picture that I showed you.
Oh, okay.
You know what would be cool? Get you some really thin balsa wood, and that's that.
Actually, I'm going to order today from Amazon, I think.
Amazon.
Oh, real quick. Hey, Thomas. I'm finally getting my travel reimbursement back from all the drives I did back in December, November, October, December, all of it
Is that
to the
from the
VA.
VA?
Yeah. Finally, they had to do a manual review of it, and I never called. And I just realized I was starting to get payments into my thing yesterday. I'm like, what? So I
Hmm.
looked into the travel payment thing, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, I am.
You file them on BTS3
Yeah,
online?
yeah. You create the
Yeah.
claim on there. That way you don't have to talk to people.
Well, that and they can't say it. They never received it.
True.
Well, they can, but you'll know they're lying.
Yeah. But the next paycheck I should be getting is like $78. That'd be nice.
Yeah. Um, so like I can get a 300 piece set of wood blank keychains. Hold on, I turn my damn this back up again.
Oh yeah.
You guys there? I get 300 for $15 on Temu.
Yeah, it is, Thomas. I'm actually happy to finally see it. Been stressing out over it, and now it's like, okay, it takes a while, but whatever. But after next week, because even though the cats won't like the rain on Tuesday, they're gonna have to get used to it. 'Cause they'll be in a car for an hour and a half, but they're going to the apartment after I bring the initial boxes and stuff. That'll have my things for the night.
There's still a bunch of travel vouchers I never got paid for.
Oh yeah, there's still plenty I never got paid for, but I'm just happy that they're getting done now.
Yeah.
The ones that
Yeah.
I put in.
I'm not gonna fight on it. I'm pretty sure the bitch responsible got fired anyway. I'm convinced she was throwing the paper ones away. I just filed the paper ones when I went to the clinic, and I'm pretty sure she just threw them away.
Yeah, that's
Huh?
they never wanted to pay.
Well,
But now it's like,
she was gonna show me. You need to submit a handwritten doctor's note to prove you went to your appointment. Well, all your bosses said that's not true. Well, I'm telling you, fuck you, bitch.
yeah, that's a cunt. That's not a bitch, that's a cunt.
Yeah. Was
That's
not
something I
happy
don't
with
care about calling people that.
it. Yeah. Now she deserves it.
No, the genome testing I did because the fucking government already has our fingerprints and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Um, so I did the genome testing for the medications and stuff. Um, and it turns out like the benzos and stuff like that. So far, I don't know everything, but my liver uh eats that up. Like it basically, I have to keep getting taking more in order to feel it.
Right.
So that's where my addiction part comes in because my liver metabolizes it. That's the word. So
Gotcha.
quickly.
Yeah.
I didn't know they
And she's
did
like,
that.
yeah, they do.
With the genome
Uh,
testing?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, they've done that for a while. And they've got another test out there too that can actually tell you what medications can help you better. But I was just like, I was in the psych ward and I'm like, hey, you know what? You guys already got my shit. I don't care.
Hmm.
Just see what works, what doesn't. And it actually helps my psychiatrist understand why I have the addiction problems I do.
Gotcha. Yeah, we were about oh, I don't know, 10 to 20 years ago. We were pretty close to having personalized medicine, which is what that is. The genome
Yeah,
testing and whatnot.
yeah,
And then Fauci got his big day.
yeah. But I think it's kind of cool that they're getting close to the personalized medicine, just so we don't have to wait 4 to 6 weeks just for some bullshit not to work.
Yeah. Well, we were already almost there, and then just like the entire medical community just, well, not the community itself, the people in charge of it just up and abandoned it.
Yeah, and they shouldn't. They should have never done that.
No,
That was bullshit.
I agree.
But then again, they wouldn't get the money and stuff if they didn't get to try
Yeah.
every single fucking medication. That's pretty much the gist of it.
Well, and it doesn't help that the big tobacco companies pretty much own both our food and our medicine.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
oil.
And ask if you're taking more for liver.
My liver metabolizes it.
Yeah, that's
It's
not.
my entire body that want the whole. My entire body wants it. It's an addiction thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna cut up this box while I'm thinking about it.
I was taking so much, I was taking 20 milligrams of the Ambien, and it really wasn't affecting me until I got to the 30.
Ooh.
And 10 is the highest, and that actually causes people to sleep drive and stuff like that. And I was
Yeah.
taking 20 and sleeping.
They
Dang.
can't give you something else instead?
I don't have any sleep meds now. I take melatonin and I take hydroxyzine and hope for the best.
Fair enough.
That's why I wake up so much during the night, because I don't have something to keep me asleep.
Yeah, that's kind of my problem. Well, I've been using the Dollar General melatonin medicine. Seems to work
Yeah,
pretty well.
I've got Let Me Sleep. They actually knocked me out within like 10 minutes of taking these. But they've got 20 milligrams of magnesium, and then with the melatonin they got 5 milligrams. So it's like less than 5 minutes and I'm out.
Hell yeah. Ooh, man.
And I find it funny how I'm 36 and I'm not even wanting to stay up until 10 o'clock at night anymore.
Tell me about it.
Can I make that's an observation?
Sure.
What's up?
We've already been busted about discussing medicines and different things. Are we
Oops.
dancing on the edge of a third strike?
Oopsies.
Yeah, I think we're okay as long as you're not giving out medical advice and talking
Well,
about.
Yeah.
I mean, depends on who's monitoring your channel, whether that's considered medical advice.
This is true.
I mean,
My
I'm just
bad.
y'all do handle it how you have to. Just trying to stay
No,
off the radar.
Fair enough.
yeah, no, I didn't think about that. My bad. Thanks, Fred.
Understood. I own it.
I mean, we've already got 2 strikes. They'll look a little harder for any little thing.
This is true.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Okay. That chair's coming along.
It is?
Yeah. I'm almost
That's good.
done with the pre-standing, and then I'll take one of those little some of those sanding sticks, and I'll sand around the wood filler
Yeah.
so that the actual wood doesn't end up darker than the stain I'm putting on it. What you laughing
What are
at,
you
Fred?
laughing at?
Just having a moment. Y'all leave me alone.
Oh, that's all right. I'm in tune with that.
Well, well, you and Fred have your moment together. I'm just going to go over and sit by myself.
Oh, shit, dude.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me. I may have to get a monster today. I've been doing pretty good. Past 2 or 3 days, I hadn't had one. That's right, Thomas. Me too. He said, I'm offended that YouTube is offended that I'm not offended.
Exactly, motherfuckers. Let's riot.
That's good shit.
You go ahead. I'll catch up with you later.
I'm kidding.
Oh, yeah. Damn.
Huh.
Oh. What's up? Oh.
Oh, shit. Guys, I'll be right back. I got to take this call.
All right.
All right.
Moment's over.
Good morning, Latoya. Latoya says, good morning, Chris and panel.
Morning, Latoya.
And said, hopefully maybe get information Deborah was wanting. Yeah. Well, hopefully Deborah will pop back in again today. Right? I feel the same way. Cold weather does it, man.
Yeah.
So I can get 500 of these keychains.
Chains.
Must have turned it back up again.
I saw the 500 piece. Do you have adaptive brightness on? That may be your issue.
No, I turned it up and down.
Oh.
But there's 100 or 500 of those white things. It comes with the keychain thing, and it comes with cute little tassels.
Nice.
But they're the sublimation ones, so you can put actual pictures on them if you want. If people want pictures.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Or I can do like this. Will etch into them. And asked if we're on this afternoon. Yes, we are. Well, we're supposed to be on this afternoon. As long as nothing comes up and, nothing crazy happens.
I don't know. It's a crazy world we live in.
Yep, it is.
So, did anybody catch Zelensky's threat?
Yes.
Yep.
Dude, I was on, of course, I watched it on Fox's YouTube channel. What the fuck ever. I didn't like it, so fuck them.
Brett Bear.
But, yeah, everybody on there was like, Vance needs to shut up. Vance trying to act smart. So I waited. I watched almost the entire fucking hour of it before it finally came up near the end. And I just simply commented, Vance was right. Zelensky is a chode. And I misspelled Zelensky, but I didn't care. I'm like, no. Zelensky was in the wrong there. And Vance was absolutely right to do what he did. It's about damn time we got somebody in there that's willing to do it.
Yeah, and then you got all the liberals now saying we stand with Ukraine. Now I'm making.
Well, there you go. Fucking move over to Ukraine and fight for them then.
Go for it. Yeah, they got a conscription problem.
Put your money where your mouth is if you stand for them.
And I'm putting on my page. It's like I'm safe from putting "I stand with Ukraine" on my profile today.
That's funny.
I did it like 3 times, and I'm hoping somebody says something to me. And it's just like, I don't care for another country right now. My country is in trouble.
Yeah.
And it ain't Trump's fault.
No, absolutely not.
Thomas says there's a 30-second delay today.
Oh, is there? Damn.
Interesting.
We'll blame Jamie.
Fuck off.
Usually it's 15. Oh, dude, this is looking kind of cool.
That my ear itches.
I hate that.
Somebody
ear and nose itches are the worst.
Well, yeah, and I know it's like the ear crud in there, but it's like shit, dude. I feel like anytime like your inner ear itches, it's like something like the wax is starting to come off.
Something. I don't know what it is exactly. Because I mean, after I get out of the shower, I dry out the inside of my ears with Q-tips. So there's not a whole lot of it left. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm aware. You can only go so far. I've been doing it for years. I'm good enough with it.
Thomas says, yes, the Prime Minister of Ukraine now bringing up impeachment to get rid of Zelensky. Zelensky dick.
Well, they're only doing that because their kickbacks are going bye-bye.
Yep.
Latoya says, I'm getting my breathing treatment on Tuesday, Chris. Well, I hope it works really good for you and you're breathing really well.
Breathing is fun.
You mentioned the marking yourself safe, and my brother was in the military at the time. But he 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 parked himself on Facebook, marked himself safe from Obama's gun grab or some shit like that.
Oh my.
Oh shit.
It was good shit. Oh man, got a fair amount of congestion this morning. I don't know what the fuck is up.
Dry hair and shit. I got the. Well, I know later on today, my my nose will be running like a shit ton.
Well, you better be prepared to go catch it.
All right.
I was about to say you guys started already getting a bunch of pollen and shit down your way, didn't y'all, Yeti?
Possibly. Very possible.
Well, it is that word.
Meteorological.
Thank you. Spring.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't say that fucking word.
I
used to be able to say those words, but now like my mouth and brain don't want to connect.
I'm in tune with that.
What you doing, Fluff? What you doing, my Fluff?
Being a cat.
Pretty
Look at
much.
my balls.
No, not right now, thankfully.
Oh my god, did y'all watch
Wait, hold on.
Commandos?
Now see what you did now, Jamie. Talking about licking balls, and now you got him thinking about something.
And that is exactly it. And did y'all watch Creature Commandos?
No.
There's like 2 or 3 scenes with the damn weasel where he just starts going to town. No, stop! Don't do that!
Where's Simba?
That
That
was
is
a damn
priceless.
good show. Oh my god, it was hilarious.
You got a shit ton. Come here, Simba. She is digging her. Come here. Simba, come here.
Oh.
Come on, Fluff.
Hi, Simba.
That way, huh?
Gotcha.
I will say this. Do not watch Creature Commandos unless you're prepared to watch some fucked up shit.
Oh, babies.
Ann says Mullen. Huh. You have asthma. I grew up as an asthmatic, Latoya. I was hospitalized numerous times with it. And
Hi, Simba.
good times. Not really, but
Hi, Simba.
I feel for you. I hope they keep it under control. There's nothing scarier than not being able to feel like you breathe.
Yeah.
Simba came up with her nose full of litter. So she's digging in litter. No, she literally sticks. I've seen it happen. She will literally put her entire nose like this. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing? That's why you're getting the litter all over you. Hi, Simba.
Cats are funny like that.
They are, and I love her to death. But it's like, damn, cat, that's why you're fucking getting asthma.
My little gray one, she's one of those. She will dig at the litter box for like 15 minutes before she does her business.
And after
Brady does that.
they are.
Do what?
Good, Jamie.
I was gonna say Brady does that. And then I'll start meowing like, "Ooh, I'm getting ready to." I was like, just fucking go.
Yeah.
That's JR and Pika. They do that. We have to yell at them. And since she loves the mullen plant, Cassie, I'm going to add one word to your statement so that it doesn't come out bad and you're not getting ragged on by these two. Cassie says, I'm getting smashed by 2 Australian shepherds. You heard that? She says, because she put up there, I'm getting smashed by 2 Aussies.
I'm glad you mentioned that, so I looked up and saw it.
So,
Oh shit.
we're gonna emphasize that extra word there, the Aussie shepherd. So
Yeah, you might want to start putting shepherd if you're talking about Aussies from now on, because we do not, our brains do not compute.
Well, I would just say, before you enter any larger live chat, definitely make sure you add the shepherds to the end of that.
Oh yeah.
hey,
Our
that
brains
might be a
are.
good day for somebody.
Right.
Welcome to our chat, where you never know what's going to happen because
We got dirty minds.
we're not right
Well,
now.
I was the guy that, in the middle of the controversy.
Wait. We're talking about getting smashed by 2 Aussies, and Yeti's going, I was the guy in the middle.
I said in the middle of the controversy, asshole. I did add the extra word.
You did. I'll give him that.
It's not making it any better though. Even with the extra word, that didn't make it better.
Actually, it does. So hey.
But no, I was that guy that when everybody was upset that Dumbledore was found out Dumbledore was gay, I was the one that commented, "I wonder what the socks were for."
Shit.
He was compensating for something.
Either that, or he had a feisty doorknob or something.
So the mullein plant actually helps with allergies, right? Anne, and asthma.
Does it?
I don't know. She said she loves it, so I'm asking, because if it does, then I'll fucking take it.
Oh my
Say that
God.
again, Chris.
I gotta get light on it. You
Oh,
can't
okay.
see it very well.
Hi, Simba.
Too much light.
Chatting with Sasquatch. Okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
You can't
It's got the
really,
leaves in it, right?
look at him. Yeah.
Well, it
Well,
went
you
in
can
and out of
somewhat
focus.
tell.
I did
Yeah.
see it for a split second in focus.
Yeah, I mean, so did I. And that's kind of why I asked, like, it has the leaves in it, right? So, because if it did, then yes, I saw the leaves.
Look this up.
Let me see here. We have these. Oh, actually.
Going to smoke mullein this fall.
Anyways.
If it's in a tea, I'll drink it. I'm not smoking it. I already
It's
do some
saying
smoking.
herbal remedies, so that would probably be good. Good
Oh,
in
so they can be in.
tea.
Sorry, blood. They can be
No,
in
yeah.
pills.
Oh yeah. You could probably you might be able
Okay.
to find pills. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. At first, I was like, "What the fuck?" I mean, I know I do the vape and stuff, and I know that's horrible. But
No, it's not.
it's like, it's not.
No. This is. I'm going to hop up on my soapbox here for a minute. So, the vaping industry has been under attack from the bigger tobacco companies. That's where all this shit comes from. They refuse. They're if they're not careful, they're going to be the next Blockbuster, Marlboro, all of them. they're refusing to adapt. Instead of shifting gears and say boiling their tobacco to extract the nicotine, they're
Yeah.
dead set it's going to stay in combustible form. So the key points on the whole thing is the vaping epidemic was not due to this, or
Yeah.
your average vape juices that you get pre-mixed. It
Yeah.
was it was caused by vitamin E acetate that was used by off-market people or whatever in extracting THC from marijuana to make THC oils. Well,
Hmm.
when vitamin E acetate is atomized, which is the process of turning it into a vapor, it breaks down on a molecular basis and turns into cyanide, which inflames and eats holes in the lungs. The CDC themselves came to this determination. When they picked up their cases and marched off to the first epidemic they'd had in a while, they determined it was from the vitamin E acetate. That report was immediately buried, and every single news outlet out there has ignored that evidence and attributed it to vape juices in general. Vapes are killing people. Originally, it started out, what, 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, vapes are exploding in people's pockets. They weren't. It was people putting batteries in their pockets, and naked batteries in the same pocket as their like keys or loose change.
Yeah.
And it, metal on a battery on both ends creates a circuit, and boom.
Yeah.
Uh, CBS even fabricated an entire interview with a guy that lives out this way, saying that he'd sworn off vaping, uh, and that he was going to sue the store he got these from. Turns out, he not only did he never say that, he hadn't sworn off vaping. He was still going into the same store, and they had a bucket for donations to help him pay bills until he was recovered enough to go back to work. So it's
Wow.
all it's all been fucking lies. There's nothing wrong with your general vape juice. The worst thing you're going to intake from the vape juice, I believe it is the propylene glycol, which is in everything from Jello to ice cream.
Yeah.
Already,
Well,
I
it's even in
believe
your
that.
energy drinks.
Well, that too. The worst thing you're getting out of it is that breaks down when atomized breaks down basically into formaldehyde. But the amounts of formaldehyde you're getting are minuscule already, and the human body metabolizes formaldehyde at such an insane rate that minuscule amount basically becomes zero.
Yeah.
Good morning, Cirilla. Welcome in. How you doing? Cirilla says, Mullum can be, you can smoke, drink, or make tinctures.
Obviously, I'm not a doctor. The two things I might caution people on, just from personal experience with the product, you can't do it if you're prone to pneumonia, and I would be careful doing it if you've got asthma.
No, I've got asthma and I'm already but and I do smoke. I mean, I have smoked cigarettes. The vaping, I was trying to do that to help cut down and stop, but obviously that didn't work. Um, but I still have a couple packs of cigarettes, but I haven't smoked them in God knows how long. Ooh,
There we go.
I like that.
That's cool. I like that.
That would look good on a keychain.
Yeah, it would. That would make a good keychain.
Yeah, it would.
You know, like the ones
That's
where they
just
cut
taken.
out. Yeah.
So,
I like that.
and this is this morning's sunrise.
Simba, you are an asshole.
Did he just attack Brady again, or she just attacked Brady? I mean,
She keeps attacking the damn stairs.
knocking him over. Trying
Like,
to anyway.
see if I can get her to do it. Guess not, but
Doesn't
she will
perform for a live
literally.
audience.
Not yet. Not yet.
There's another part of the sky from the sunrise this morning. It's weird getting up and having the sun cracking the sky first
Oh,
thing
yeah?
in the morning.
Yeah, but it's so nice because it's like, finally, I can see. Little shithead.
Cassie
She
said
came
I
out from under the bed.
had a
I
good
can see
birthday
clearly
yesterday.
now. The sun is up. Oh.
I'm glad to hear that, Cassie. Did you have your steak for dinner? I know you said you were having a birthday steak. Well, that worked well, didn't it, Flo?
I want steak.
Well,
I heard that.
well.
Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
Breaking news. Live streamer attacked by household cat.
A live streamer attacked by pussy, right?
We were able to reach
Did
the
not
cat
mean to let the phone fall.
It was a vicious pussy.
You know, I'd say you'd never hear that on the news, but you know, we did just recently see big balls literally said on national news.
Yeah.
I wonder if Elon plays AC/DC's Big Balls in the background while he's doing stuff.
Well, it was stupid because I was trying to tell my parents this story. I was primarily telling my mom. I'm like, this guy who used to have the handle Big Balls, and my dad's like, hairy balls? Shut the fuck up, Dad, and let me finish. Trying to correct me in the middle of the story, and
Simba.
I was like, no. Big balls. And he looked at me like, you can't possibly be right. And then Elon changed his name to Hairy Balls. If you'd wait 2 fucking seconds, Dad. Like, damn.
If it only lasts 2 effing seconds, she's not going to be very happy.
Well,
Damn it, Simba, you did it again.
she'll get over it.
Sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
What'd
Simba
Simba
hit the phone. She hit the phone and it started falling. Free falling.
Free balling.
Free balling. There you go. That fits with the conversation.
Yeah, my friend did that when we went out for his birthday the one time. Decided to get up. They were out at Hooters. I wasn't along for this episode. I'm kind of glad I wasn't. Because they went to Hooters. He got trashed. Before the end of the night, he was up on the table dancing and split his pants, and he didn't wear any underwear under his pants. So, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow. Ann says her friend is flying to Aruba for a holiday today. Nice.
Interesting.
Thomas said redo the song I Like Big Butts by Sir Mix-a-Lot with I Like Big Balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the Titties
Right.
and beer, wieners and wine.
So no-
Put your clothes back on. Did you watch that one?
I think
put
so.
the other day. She's talkative this morning.
Huh?
I said she's talkative this morning. She sounds like Tiny. Tiny was yelling at me this morning outside. They got mad at me yesterday. Yesterday morning, I didn't come out and take care of them. I figured.
Yeah, I need to
go
remember
ahead.
once we jump off here to go check the cat's food bowl.
But
You guys can still see her, right?
Yep.
Okay.
you're rolling around.
There's her sister.
That's
I want some of that.
Hi, boo.
Boo with my girl.
You getting a drink?
And there she Yes, I was waiting
She
for that.
fall off.
Yep.
Cassie said, and went out to dinner last night with 2 friends of mine, and yes, I had steak. Alrighty. Good deal.
Hey, Skittles. Come here, Skittles. I got your oops toy.
So,
You got your
there's,
oops.
It hit something that it wasn't supposed to hit. Oops.
Isn't there an actual place out in Wisconsin that has the if you remember from from the Great Outdoors movie, the old 96er?
No.
Drawing a blank.
Let me see here. It was if he ate the entire thing, he got the entire family's meals were free.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh, that movie with John Candy?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that man was something else, wasn't he?
Dude,
He was
him
in
and
a
Chris
class of his
Farley.
own.
Oh, yeah. All of them were. Holy shit, they were the best.
What's the one where he's the uncle? He comes in and he babysits.
Oh, Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck.
Yep.
I love that movie. That's one of my favorite movies growing up.
That's the first time he met Macaulay Culkin, right?
I think so.
Because then he was in Home Alone with him again.
Yeah.
Just for that one scene, though. Or those scenes.
Holy shit. Is the old 96er steak real? Yes, the old 96er is a real steak that's inspired by the movie The Great Outdoors. It's
Holy
a
shit.
cut of beef that's the largest steak you can get from a cow.
Well, until they start genetically modifying cows.
Yeah.
Where can you get the old 96er? You can get it at Bourbon Steak in Glendale, California. Or Cut Right Meats offers a big round 96er steak special that's a tribute to John Candy Great Outdoors.
I'm not going to California.
Yeah, fuck that.
Right.
I went there one time and I could not get out fast enough.
I was in San Diego. A beautiful part of the country, but damn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but my sister's place didn't have air conditioning, and that's the one thing that set me off. Was like, I need the air conditioning.
Yeah.
Maybe by a beach, but fuck that. I get headaches. I get heat headaches. That's what I should say.
Well, I like to say many parts of California are like getting to date a supermodel, but she treats you like shit the entire time you're with her.
Come on, Brady, go.
I drove in. I think I came in up north. And the first billboard I saw was a water hose with a knot tied in it, telling people to conserve water. And I'm looking around, and I'm like, this is the greenest grass I've seen across the entire nation so far. Clearly, they don't have a water problem.
Yeah. And if my dad was still flying, he would actually, excuse me, he would actually make you feel safe in the plane. I've actually been in the plane with him as a kid and as a teen, and he, like, you couldn't tell that we had a soft landing because, like, it'd be like butter. That's how
Nice.
my dad would make it. So it's like, um, he was one of the phenomenal ones.
Mm.
He's actually broken a couple of the flight simulators because they told my dad to, you gotta press it down harder, and it's like, I'm gonna break it. I don't care, do it. He breaks it, and it's like, what the fuck? It's like, I told you.
Mm-hmm. Of course, here's my question. The people that were telling them to push down harder, had they ever actually flown planes themselves? It's more of a curiosity thing than anything.
I have no idea. They probably have. I don't know. That's a good question.
Because I know where my mind was going with that is, sometimes you've got people, they're really, really smart people, and they're the people you need to make these machines, but they end up making them, and they've never actually flown the real thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, my dad tried to tell them, I think it was, shit, I can't remember if he told me if it was in the military or if it was outside the military, but one of them, I think most of the time they did, if he was learning from somebody, then yeah, they were a pilot at the time.
okay. My dad, he's been an industrial mechanic, all my life. He's working up at Peterbilt now, but we were working at a vendor of Peterbilt, and they had one of their presses was having issues, and he went up, and after about 30 minutes of looking at it, he told them what the problem was, and they were looking in the book for it, and they're like, "Oh no, that can't possibly be the problem." So they turned around and they paid somebody from the company itself that made it, like $200 to fly out there.
Jesus.
Paid him like, I don't know, a couple thousand to diagnose it. He spent like 2 or 3 hours looking at it, and finally came back and told him the problem was exactly what my dad had told him it was. I just like,
What a
I
fucking
already knew where
lesson.
the story was going when he was telling it, because I'm familiar with those types of people myself.
Yeah, because they're like, no, it can't be, and then all of a
That's
sudden they get
impossible.
their ass
Yeah.
handed to them.
Yeah. So they severely ended up severely overspending. I mean,
Yeah,
they made enough money; it didn't really matter.
yeah, but still, it's just like fucking. If someone is trying to help you out by saving a little bit of money, fucking
Uh huh.
listen.
Uh huh.
Or
Especially
if
if you're
someone's
running a
gonna,
business.
yeah, and like my dad, he was a fighter pilot, so you had to have the strength for everything, but also like being military is like he knows how to off people um by fighting and shit like that. He was
Right.
Vietnam era too. Uh, he That's like if he tells you he's gonna do something, people need to fucking stop and listen because I can honestly tell you, like, My dad, like every time I held his hand or something like that, that wasn't his full strength. When he held your hand, like if he was pissed off at you or something like that,
Right.
and like he had him, but you would never know he was pissed off either, if he was truly pissed off or not.
Right.
He was one of those that could actually keep it in check, especially as an officer, because that's how he made. He was gonna be a lieutenant or a full bird,
Oh,
um,
okay.
but it had to do. They had to relocate to Washington State, and he didn't want that.
Fair enough. Not sure I'd want to
Very,
relocate to Washington State.
yeah, I'm very thankful that he did not relocate us there,
I'm sure.
Thomas says, I
especially
like to
now.
swim with people when I fly, and when I hear a sound, I say, damn, that's not normal, and why does the wing have a big crack?
Funny. I saw that. That was funny.
Oh shit.
And Ann says her sister gets annoyed when asked questions. That's not a good sign.
No.
Nope. Shit.
Not here it draws flies.
Yeah. I knew you were going to say something like that.
Ouch.
Srilla says I'm nodding off this morning too.
It's been a very lazy morning so far.
Well, she's out on the west coast, I believe, so it's only 5:30 out there. 5:36, I think.
Gotcha.
But
Yes,
still
7.
bright and early.
7:30.
Yeah, it's 7:36 here. So, like Yeti was saying, we're both Central Time.
I had this. You know how businesses aren't supposed to call you after, what is it, 8 o'clock? Like telemarketers and collections and whatnot.
Yeah.
I had one that kept calling me at like 8:30, and I finally came. I even hit him with a cease and desist order right there on the phone. I first I went off on him. I was like, "Do you know what time it is here?" No, it's 8:30. You were breaking the law by calling. Well, it's so and so here. I was like, "That's irrelevant." Said the time frame you are restricted to is based off the area you were calling to, not calling from. I said, now, you got pen and paper handy? Somewhere to take notes? Well, yeah. I was like, all right, get ready. You're going to type in exactly what I'm going to say. And they got ready. This is an official and legally binding cease and desist order. You are no longer to contact me unless it is except for one time to contact me to tell you are no longer going to contact me. And looked down, never heard back from him.
Good.
Like,
Ann says I would need a few puke bags and don't like being in a vehicle, nevertheless a plane, sadly, and besides,
wow,
can
yeah.
take hearing completely away for hearing impaired people. Those plane flights. I never had any problem with the hearing part. Never had any problem with puking either. So I've flown quite a few times.
One of the first ones I got on, during my training and everything, going from one base to another, we start taking off. You can kind of feel it going down the runway, and then it's like the dude just turned the plane straight up and just went. I was like, well, we're getting there fast.
Yep.
And then we got to the other end of the trip, and he just didn't even feel it hit the ground. I'm like, we got a good pilot.
Yeah. That's when you know.
Hell yeah.
You know
Dude
what?
was, go ahead.
Do you know what company this was?
It was Delta. It was an
I
outbound. Yeah.
was gonna say if it was American, then they probably knew my dad.
Oh, gotcha. No. Yeah, it was Delta. About the only pilot I encountered that seemed to be that experienced at Delta.
Yeah. Yeah, Delta, they're fucking scary as shit. Especially the women. With what they did recently.
If they're even women
You're
anymore.
right.
Oh my. Boing. That can go both ways too, apparently. Bouncing and flipping a plane upside down, or
You go both ways?
just.
What?
No, I said it could go both ways. Your comment about if they're even women. You know,
I'm
that
sorry, I
boing
couldn't
boing.
resist.
That's why I was
That
saying
was
the boing could go either way, because it could be about the women bouncing a plane and flipping it upside down, or it could be about
right.
the woman that still has a pecker and is going boing.
Yeah.
I one time before I die, I'm going to get on a plane and I'm going to pull that whole Beavis thing where right as we're taking off, I'm going to stand up, jump up real quick, and go, "We're all going to die."
Oh man, that's horrible.
Man shot in plane for
Yeah. The passengers finally had enough.
Thomas says I
That's
would
funny
much rather
shit.
fly military.
Yep, military.
Well, as long as it's
Ugh.
not Delta. I mean, if it's like, actual military, sure, yeah, most definitely.
Well, that
It's not on a
I don't know
C-130.
I don't know your son's situation, and he might have problem with pressures. I know that different pressures can cause different hearing issues.
Oh, yeah.
I was just
Yep.
lucky enough that mine never caused any issues like that.
Like my ears are super sensitive to pressure, but
Hmm.
it's not like it causes pain. It's just I can tell there's a shift in pressure.
Yeah.
Guess you could say I'm in the happy medium there.
The last time I flew, I was like, "This plane's gonna fall apart."
Sometimes it seems
Back of
that way, don't it?
it was a Southwest Airlines, one of their little two prop things, and
Uh,
they the back of my seat was like really loose. So every time we hit turbulence, I'm like riding a freaking bull. Um, yeah, it was really interesting to
that
see
doesn't
the
sound
beast.
fun.
Well, it made me say a couple prayers, and like if I'm gonna die, at least make it quick, please.
Or interesting. One of the two.
I just took a fang tail to the nose.
I can only hope that when my time comes, it's worthy enough to be put on something like Count Dankula's Mad Lads or something.
I keep telling people I already know how I'm gonna go. Morning, Jay. Jay says howdy.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, Jay.
I'm gonna go and get one of my outfit my scooter with a 4-cylinder motor, big knobby tires. I'm gonna lead the police on a high-speed chase down the highway.
Well, I mean, My buddy had his old Ford Ranger stolen. Guy managed to lead the police in Galveston on a high-speed chase. That thing topped out at what? 80?
Ford
If
Ranger
that?
at 80.
Where are the old... Hold on.
4-cylinder might be maybe a 4-cylinder. And says, I like to travel, but let me lay down and try to sleep and wake me up when I get there. People should be allowed to travel in trailers, should they not? Truckers can sleep in their bunker. Well, yes and no. I mean, if you have an RV, you can ride in the RV when it's driving. That's just, I rode with my uncle. When he had one of those old, like, 80s boat things where it was, like, huge. You needed a CDL Class B to drive the damn thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's pulling up says 98, but I'm pretty sure that particular truck wouldn't go above 80, if that.
I remember we were pulling in at a camp store on the way to camp one day. My aunt and cousins were following behind in the car, and I was riding shotgun with him in the camper. And he clipped the damn curb, and I thought for sure we were going over.
Damn.
And when it slammed back down, it hit hard enough that all the dishes fell out of the cabinets. And like these are cabinets that have latches on them to lock. So good morning, Tamara. Tamara says good morning. So,
Oh,
yeah, it was a good time.
Back. That felt good. Yeah,
Simba, don't you dare.
the difference between the bunks is that the bunks are usually set up for crash netting, whereas trailers generally don't. They may have a setup for crash netting for cargo, but that doesn't help a human.
Yeah, it says lots of semi trucks have 2 drivers and 1 drives and 1 sleeps. Yep, teams.
Team driving, yeah. There's a lot of money in team driving. A lot of money.
Yeah, but you're never home.
Yeah, that's true. But at least you got company along for the ride most of the time.
We used to have a couple. They were based out of Philadelphia, but they didn't even have an apartment. They lived out of their truck full time. Now their truck was immaculate. It had a built-in bathroom and shower.
Oh, yeah. I've
It
seen
had
some of them Peterbilts that they do that on.
it had a built-in deck and shelter for them. They had their motorcycle on the truck with them.
Damn.
Yeah, it was.
That a? Do you know if that was that a Peterbilt?
I honestly couldn't tell you. I don't remember anymore.
Because I know some other companies do that, but I think I could be wrong on this one. But I think Peterbilt makes most of those. Just because they are customized trucks.
They used to bobtail every Monday. They'd bobtail up to our terminal in Middletown and load. They'd take my Columbus load out at about 2:00 in the morning is when I usually finish loading that up.
Yeah.
And then they'd go out to Columbus, drop, and then they'd hook up directly to one going all the way out to LAX.
Mm.
And that was their run. And then they'd bring one back from LAX to Columbus and from Columbus to Philadelphia.
Hmm.
And that was their run for the week. So,
It's a pretty hefty
without
ride.
security. And then if they didn't want to sleep in the truck over the weekend, they just get a hotel room.
Fair enough.
Good times.
The few
Yeah,
times I
so-
ended up in a hotel room with Swift, it was always Red Roof Inn.
And it says my oldest brother's a trucker, but being sublet with another company said he could take me 14 hours away. Is that true? It all depends on the company because some companies won't pay for the extra liability insurance of having a person along.
Yep.
And most of the ones that do, you got to pre-authorize it.
Yeah, you have to pre-authorize it, and a lot of times the person driving has to pay that insurance premium themselves.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of cool sometimes to see those husband and wife team drivers. I met a few of them. Most of them pretty cool people.
Yeah.
Pretty laid
Yeah.
back.
They're the ones that the one time our terminal driver wasn't paying attention and brought me a shitty trailer. He didn't realize apparently that the mud flap was ripped off and the arm was up over top of the tire. And I just this load, it took me a long time to get filled out.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of stuff that I had to move around, rack up into the trailer and stuff like that. So I didn't get done till like 3:30. And
I had a tire blow on me one time, and I didn't know it until I was down for the day.
well, she comes in, she says, "I'm gonna have to back this in, and you're gonna have to pull it all out and reload it onto another trailer." I said, "The hell I am." I said, "Why?" I said, "Why am I gonna have to do that?" She said, "Well, because," and she told me why. I said, "No, I'm not." I said, "Watch this." I went out. I put my feet on them tires. I grabbed a hold of that damn mud flat bar,
Uh-huh.
and I pulled that thing right back where it belongs. She says, "I've never seen anybody do that before without
I had a friend that did shit like that. They called him the Moose or some shit like that. But they had a pallet that they were about to have to load over, switch over to another pallet. It basically fallen over. And they're like, "Oh, we can't get it up." And he just goes up there and he just straightens the entire pallet up. And they're like, "How'd you do that? That shit's heavy."
Oh, I had a guy that I worked with from Philadelphia, and he watched me get pissed off this was when I worked at the chicken processing plant. And people would bring skids in and put it not straight in, off to the side, and I'm all the way in the back of the department trying to get skids in and out so I can do my work. And one day the skid was in my way and I got so pissed off I got off my ride-on forklift thing, went down, grabbed a hold of the skid that had 1,700 pounds of chicken on it, and I just grabbed the pallet and slid it off to the side. And somebody was messing with me that day, and this older black guy from Philadelphia, he's like, "Dude, I grew up in the streets of Philadelphia. Me and my brothers used to go out and fight with other families in the back alleys." He said, "If I met him in a back alley knowing what I know about him," he says, "I'd turn around and leave and walk the other way and tell my family to come with me."
Yeah.
He said it wouldn't matter if he was by himself and I had all my brothers with me or not. He said we would be turning around and going the opposite direction.
Right.
I'm still here. I'm looking something up.
Okay.
Right.
You now that you bring
Sorry.
that up, I do need to correct myself. They were skids. They weren't pallets. He was working for a RV company.
Hey, guys, what's the, you know where you put the ice in it and you put the drinks in it? What is that thing called?
A blender?
The
No,
the mixer, the shaker.
no, no, like where you're going on a travel trip or like
Oh,
you're
Cooler.
driving.
cooler.
Cooler.
Yeah, or an ice
Cooler,
chest.
thank you.
Yep.
I couldn't think of it. My head's starting to hurt, and I'm like, fuck, what is it?
I feel you. Trust me, I am in tune with that.
And I'm
Oh,
trying to think of
y'all
like,
seen me do it a few times.
yeah, 'cause I'm trying to think of like, I don't want to like have my mom and dad's old coolers because that with the mice in the basement and stuff. But also it's like all the spider webs. So and I was like, I want my own. I want my own that I can say I bought by myself.
Right?
But just so I can bring my food that I have here and over to the apartment.
Yeah,
That would be a good idea.
I would stay away from anything that's just regular like styrofoam. Cause
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna stay away from. That's fuck no.
You could get a
Um,
Yeti chest.
I was thinking of that too.
if you get a Yeti chest, I'm gonna print out a picture of Yeti for you to take and tape to the side of it.
Slap on it.
Well, shit. No, I don't have to have you do that, Chris. I can ask Yeti, give me a fucking picture of yourself.
Oh, that's true. Ooh. I just popped my thumb. That doesn't happen very often.
Are you getting a bathroom, sissy? Huh?
Dude, I actually popped my left toes. I don't know how, but I was like, holy shit, this is new.
Right.
I popped my medulla oblongata once.
Aloha snack bar.
Shit, that was funny.
We always used to say that shit in formation. Aloha snack bar.
I like snack bars.
Right?
I just don't like them. I just don't like the snack bars at the movie theaters anymore. That's they
Right.
rob
Depends on
you
the
blind.
theater. Well, yeah, this is true. But that's or at least it used to be the case. That's how they made most of their money. Um, back when I worked at the theater, the way they did the um, got the movies is they would put a bid in for it. All the theaters would put bids in, and the way it basically worked is they tell said production company, we'll make you X number of dollars within this time period. And if they made less, whatever, they got their money. It all went to the production company. However, if they exceeded that amount, they got to keep the excess. They'd send the quoted amount to the production company, and the theater would keep the excess. So it was a game between finding the lowest bid to beat everybody else while maximizing profits.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they still do it that way or not. But that's essentially why the concession stands exist in the first place, is that's how they made their money. Or that's how they hedged their bet, I guess you could call it.
Thomas said, "What, Jamie? You don't want a picture of boats on your cooler?"
No, and honestly, I could not afford a Yeti anyway. That shit's over
Oh,
200
yeah.
bucks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They are I've never been able to afford a Yeti, trust me. But I would like
No,
one.
I was just looking for shits and giggles.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're expensive.
The cooler at Walmart will work just as good that you get for $20.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They're Yetis do take it to another level. I mean, in the end, you probably don't need the extra that it gives you. But I had a buddy that had one of those
Excuse me.
The ones you put the soda cans in. And he put it wasn't a coolie. It was, actually plastic, metal, insulation, everything. And he took something that was frozen. I don't think it was soda, but he took something that was some drink that he'd had in the freezer, and he stuck it in there. And he came to it at the end of the day, and it was still frozen.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like, damn. So
You know what
they
other
definitely
coolers?
put some work in.
I mean, if you get a styrofoam cooler, can do that too if it has a good fit lid. But I just don't trust taking and you moving them around very much. If you're going to be at home, like here, if I was going to put it on my patio and just fill it with a bunch of stuff, and people are just getting in and out of it here, that would be one thing.
Yeah.
But to fill it and then travel with it, I wouldn't trust that. You hit the brakes hard one time and like the whole side blows out of it or something, that would suck.
Well, the cool thing about the Yetis, and there are others that do this as well, but almost all of them come with the heavy duty latches to keep everything sealed and whatnot. Let me see.
Hmm. Ooh. The 75, it's a cooler that can hold 75 cans, like, soda cans.
Nice.
I think that can, keep in my shit
Right.
pretty good.
Dan says, any of your libraries do free seeds for planting food? Sadly, libraries have a counter for each person who enters it and asks for my taxpayer funds. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of any of the libraries down here doing free seeds.
Right. And of course, nowadays you gotta, I mean, it's been this way for probably a couple decades at least. Gotta be careful to make sure you don't get seeds that have been sterilized. I forget what the actual term is, but it's basically they've sterilized the seeds so that they can't produce seeds themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saw Jay
Oh no.
talking about his payment went up 75 because of insurance. Yeah. I'm in tune with that. Hopefully it'll start going down next year or so.
Yeah, it's not good. I'm sorry, bud.
Yeah, I'm paying almost $1,000 on mine right now each month. It's rough.
Yeah, that can be. Well, y'all, it is that time. It's 9
All
o'clock.
right.
We're gonna go ahead and hop off here. And we'll see about putting something on for church maybe on the Discord. If you're interested in that, let me know.
Sounds good.
And I will see y'all this afternoon.
See ya.
Jay said heritage seeds are the ones you want. Yeah, you can get them off of My Patriot Supply. They have them for not horrible price. I think it's $24 for a tin with a bunch of them in, of different types of plants. Or your best bet's to go to like your local True Value or Ace Hardware. They'll have a good selection of seeds, and you can usually get them in bulk packages, so you don't have to buy them for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Anyway, appreciate y'all. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
It's a free seeds program, and ask people to bring some back if they will. And limit is 5 packages of seeds. And sadly, they write down seeds just like a library book that you get.
I think it'd be kind of cool if somebody brought me some seeds from Colorado or something. I mean, what? Sorry, I just had to throw that in there.
I get you them from here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know lots of people who agree stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
I just can't tell you who because that'll get them in trouble.
Oh, trust me, I ain't even gonna ask. I know better.
Yeah,
all right, y'all, let's get out of here.
See you later. Yeah, first, enjoy your day. Be safe. And, show each other some love today. Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Peace. We're out. See you later.